I remember one time you were just things that might change. You sent me a text message a few months ago about the way NCAA does false starting and with officials. You remember me saying that?
Oh yeah.
Well, what was on your mind that kind of triggered your upsetness about what was going on in a track meet with an official and a false start or a disqualification?
Well, what happens is that the false start, the starter, they say, is like the god of sport. It's they're omnipotent, and that's a big problem. We had an athlete where a starter was really incompetent, and they would hold the athletes, and of course they flinch because they're holding them so long, and then they'd say stand up. That's a warning. Well, that's not a warning. If you flinch, then if you're getting people in every heat flinching, then there's something you're doing incorrect because you're there for them. So what bothered me was that it doesn't really matter because starter has no recourse. There's nothing you can do, and that's it. And so we had a day where this starting was just embarrassingly bad. One kid actually fell out of the blocks because the person held the gun forever. And then the next time, I don't want the problem. They shot it immediately, and the kid was shot. He actually fell and rolled on the track out of the blocks. So it made me thinking about officials in general. The officials, there really is no recourse against officials. If you are in the major professional sports, those officials are being evaluated constantly. They don't go to national championships, or they don't go to uh, the Super Bowl or anything like that if they're have a bad evaluation. Well, I've had situations where officials are amazing because most of them are very good. They work hard to do it. But we've had some that are just incompetent, and then next thing you know, they're at nationals because they're a friend of someone, or they just hire you. And so then I know that we'll hear like, well, they don't pay us, they do this. Well, that's part of the problem. Where if we had a for-profit business that was actually running the sport, we should be paying our officials. They should get travel. They should get all these things. It should not be a volunteer thing. We should treat it seriously. So my thing is that if you can complain, they can evaluate, and someone can be either docked or said, you're not going to nationals, you're not getting this because of your performance. And I think it'd be better. And on the false start itself, I'm at the point now where I think we need to stop, change the way we even look at this false start. Right now we do it and we'll bring them back to the blocks and bring them back to the blocks and go over. If we got to where the athletes understood, we're not stopping the race, and it just is what it is. We're not going to stop it. It's going to go, and then we go and look at it, and you're disqualified like every other event. At first, it'd be challenged because the athletes would always stop, but we just said, look, don't stop. If the gun is shot and someone gets out, you run your race, it's over. Then you go back, someone can protest. He jumped and protest. Now you have video. It's easy to see, and that's it. I just think that the way it is, it's really inconsistent. It's difficult. Starters are different. They do different things. That's not always bad. But if we're not constantly evaluating the starters, then we need to go to videotape because it's just embarrassing how bad some starters have been, especially in a year of COVID when you don't have a lot of meets. And if you miss one meet or something happens, then that may cost you your season.